Welcome to Master the Game. I am Juce. This is Paula, and we are covering RPGaDay 2019. And today's word is ancient, kind of like me and this beard. So let's get started. So today's word is ancient, and I don't know if you've got something prepared, but I kind of do, so in a way. So I'm just going to go into it.
Oh, fine. Okay.
Unless you want to go.
It's fine. No, that's fine.
I went first last time.
You've harassed me on every other video about how you keep going first.
No, you
I'll just
have
go
told
first.
me to go first a couple times.
I'll go first.
You got mad
I'm
that I was
all
going
prepared
first.
now to go first, and then you're like, oh, don't worry about it. I'll just go
You're
first.
prepared,
I'm
so
just
go
going
ahead.
to jump right into it.
No. I've been trying to help you, like I said in the previous one, so go ahead.
Why do you assume I need your help? I don't need your help. I got stuff to say. Okay.
Floor is yours.
Okay. Ancient.
See how awkward that gets when I'm quiet?
So here's... Shut up. Okay. Here's my take on Ancient. So I really enjoy it. And there are some people who do this really well. And some people who do not when they're like DMing or GMing a game or whatever you want to call it. I like it when people provide like a significant amount of backstory and reference to like history and I guess like ancient artifacts.
I'm probably not that good at that.
In games, you know? So like if you're coming into a city or something like that and there's some sort of statue out there, like they might tell you this history of the city
like a
or
blurb
the
about the
statue
hero or the
and,
monster.
yeah, like this is what it is, just give you like more context and more reference so that you have a better understanding of kind of what's going on, what's the mindset of those people, and not necessarily, I mean, it could be completely unrelated to what you're about to do or what you're about to run into, but I like kind of that like additional context. It's like additional flavor so you can really, I don't know, better predict maybe what you're going to run into, understand, you know, if there's some sort of like weird thing.
It's really good when there's foreshadowing with it too. When it foreshadows what you're about to do.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, I guess that's my thing about Ancient, but I don't think that you're that bad about doing it.
I only did it with the mine stuff, I think. In that game, that one game with Nate and Dustin and Nicole, like I think I did some good stuff there at times. But, I mean, I didn't really do it in our Elven game. We only played one session before that fizzled.
Yeah.
Because we moved. Because that was like right before we moved. We started it up and then it was like, we're moving. And then, so that died.
Me too, Dub. Sorry
after
about
one
that.
session. And then we had, let's see, what other session was I DMing over there?
You did the group with like Matt and...
Oh, and Jordan and them? And yeah, I didn't really get into the history in that though. We didn't, like, we were too busy trying to wrangle everyone together for a session. Second session, you guys were fighting ogres and bullywugs and being kidnapped and eaten by frogs. That was about it. I mean, we didn't get into any history there.
Yeah. But, I mean, that's kind of just, like, my personal preference. It's just nice to, like, get a reference or, like, if you get, like, an artifact and it has some sort of, like, ancient artifact that has, like, some sort of, like, value in that area specifically.
It's, like, named after a hero or named after a villain. Or
I like that. Just, like,
around,
additional information.
Me too.
You know, it makes it seem a little bit more lively than it's like, oh, you have a vase.
And that's a good...
oh, you have a sword. Like,
right. And that's where I feel like the DM can shine.
Some flavor.
Yeah.
Right? Make it interesting.
Right. Yeah, that's where a DM can shine, where they can, like, actually tell you the lore of their world without just, hey, I'm going to read 5 paragraphs of text to you now, or whatever. They can, like, just little things, pepper it in there, and then eventually you get enough little bullet points that you can put it all together. Like, oh, this town had a famine that they had to deal with, but then they had to rise up and fight this evil deity in order to make it so it would rain, and then their crops would grow, and then, whatever. Yeah. I don't know. You can tell a whole like story around stuff like that. That's pretty cool. I agree. So,
what you got?
So what I got is the first time I started working on my homebrew world. So it actually was on this channel. It started with me just wanting to doodle a map, which looked terrible.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Very terrible. It was when we were staying at your parents' place the first time we moved to this side of the state, actually their condo. And I was like, I'm bored, and I drew a map, and it looked terrible. But it had the core of what started my homebrew world. That really is the only homebrew world I've ever had. And I really like it, and I'm going to continue using it. But so you had like the Elda, which is like the oldest ancient human civilization, but it's right next to the what was it? What is my elven settlement there? There's woods, and it's like city or something of ancients or something like that. I can't remember, but ancient is in the word of the forest in that area. It's not really that creative of a name. But anyways, it was like the Forest of the Ancients or something like that. I
mean, I called that continent or that island Thakos, so...
Yeah, but I like that. Everyone I've talked to likes that too.
Without realizing that I didn't even think...
Armor Class 0?
I didn't even think about Thako when I did that. And so I don't even know how I did that. It was like...
Because you're prepping D&D.
I was prepping in some name generator, and they were like... I don't know. I think it just
puts different consonants together or something?
Yeah, it just came up with like Thantos or something. And I was like, I can't use that, right? I'll just change some letters around and... Almost
sounds like Thanos.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyways, so in this area, my idea is that the elves are like very secluded. Imagine like in The Hobbit, the Legolas... his tribe, how they don't want to be around anybody or even mingle with anybody. Mm-hmm. That's kind of what these elves are like, but they're fighting a war with surface drow. So not like your drow that are in like D&D where they all worship Lolth. But they're the same race, they're just on the surface, and they're like in a jungle. That's it. They're just like jungle drow, I guess is a good way to call it. But they do burrow underground rather than having like cities up, So they're kind of, different. A different take on drow. But so they're always fighting this war together. And this elven ancient civilization is between Pirates Bay, which is obviously a coastal city that's no real law. It's just chaos. And they're like logging and stuff and cutting away the forest from the east. But then you have the city of Elda to the west, which does not intrude very far into the forest. They hunt their portion. They don't go past the agreed upon, boundaries. And so they stay out of it pretty much.
Okay, so there's like a woodland realm.
And then there's dwarves underneath it. It's not very big. But then there's like dwarves just south of that where I took inspiration from the Great Wall of China. And so they have this, great, huge wall that kind of surrounds their dwarven territory. And now the dwarves are mixed with other stuff.
I have an important question though.
Go for it.
So if the drow are surface drow.
Yep.
Are they like
daylight sensitive?
Bronze? Or
no, they're still dark.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yeah.
It'd be kind of cool if they just looked like they were like gold. Could they be gold?
No, not those ones. Maybe some other ones. Maybe. I don't know. Well, we can talk about it because I haven't actually wrote a lot about it yet.
I mean,
and none of my players have encountered that.
I know that there are other elves that are like copper and bronze and whatever, blah blah blah.
I like it.
But I'm just saying, because then
maybe we can collaborate on something.
Maybe
we can collaborate on some world building later.
Oh, look at us working together.
I know that we're not good at that usually. Yeah. In case you haven't figured that out, we don't usually bicker this much. It's usually this is kind of like our showmanship in front of people sometimes. We do this when we don't know people.
It's so bad that we're like, oh yeah, I'm not good at working as a team with my
We don't. Think about how we were arguing about moving a table in here the other day.
Yeah.
When we build stuff.
When we've built furniture.
We don't.
You know how you have to put IKEA furniture together? It's like the worst thing in the world, okay?
It's not that bad. I actually like it.
he needs to try and work on it. If he gets stuck, I'll be happy to come in and like, you know.
I only need your help to like
places.
help me hold stuff usually.
You know, but like we can't, you know, work together on it.
We disagree on the route to go. She'll be like, why don't you lay it down to do this? And I'll be like, because I can do it like this. And you're like, but it's easier to just lay it down. And I'm like, no, it's fine the way it is. I got it. And then I get it. But like, there are times where she'll say, you should have done that, because I will be like, oh, that sucked. And it's like, ugh. But then if I let her do something like, I don't know, build a Target bookshelf by herself, every single piece was backwards or in the wrong spot.
No,
every single one.
It was like the instructions were really confusing.
I sent the picture to my friend Matt.
There was just like no.
Yes, I did.
No. I know you did.
If I find it, I'm gonna insert it in this video.
One picture, and like it just had like all the pieces with like nails shooting in everywhere. Like,
I looked at the instructions and I built
it
it correctly in like 5 minutes after. But the backing was all screwed up because I had to pull it off because she nailed it to the front. Not on the part where you can see the exposed press board, but on the front. So those nails were stuck there. There was nothing I could do because they're those really tiny nails. And she pushed them in far.
The whole time I was like, this doesn't make any sense. I don't think I'm doing this right, but I was like,
there's a couple things
trying to follow the instructions.
She's not good at that. She's not. And
I should have just done it the way I thought it was supposed to be done.
That probably would have went better. Or you should have waited for me. Like, all you would have had to do was wait like 1 hour.
I was like trying to be helpful. Like, he's gonna come home and like the whole bookshelf's gonna be done, and I'm gonna have everything unpacked on it. Like, look how awesome I am.
It was awful. It was so bad.
When I got it done, I go to stand it up.
It falls backwards.
Just fell out.
See? So anyways, if I might be able to find this picture. If I can find it, I'm putting it in the video. Because I saw it and I was like, what is this? And I'm like holding it up. I took a picture and sent it to Matt, my employee, the guy who worked for me. And he was like, what in the hell is that? Or something. And it was hilarious.
It was so bad. Okay, so. Okay.
So Ancient. We'll collaborate on that later.
Ancient.
Okay. Yeah, your turn. Oh, we already talked. We already both went. Oh, wow. This is our short video. This is like, what, first. 12 minutes?
I went first. Numero uno.
Yep. So anyways, now that you've heard how good she is at building stuff. Now, I'll be fair. She has built a couple things right. The white hutch we have, correct. The current configuration of the... oh, wait, no, that's wrong, too.
What?
I was going to say Gabe's bed, but the one bar is wrong. It's backwards.
But it has no...
They go like this. It's like a wave, kind of. Like one side's rounded up and then the other side's down.
Table.
She did them opposite, where they're supposed to be together.
I built the changing table. That's fine.
Didn't I help you with that,
no.
though? I thought I helped you with a couple things with that.
I think you might have to hold something, but I built a changing table, and that's fine.
And the kids' white thing.
Yeah.
For their
toys
from
I
IKEA.
am way better at like doing craft projects and doing them well and being neat about.
You're more
stuff
patient
like
usually
with
things. Yes.
Yeah.
I will give you that. She's far more patient with things when kids aren't in her ear. When kids are in her ear, game over. She is way less patient than me sometimes. Sometimes.
Anyway, it's fine. It's ancient.
Yeah.
Ancient. Circle back around.
All right. So anyways, we've both talked about it, so we're good. So I hope you guys liked this. Comment below with who had the better story, who's more entertaining. And be sure to like, dislike if you want. Subscribe to see another 25 videos like this. And at the end, we'll tally up who you thought was more entertaining and who had better stories. So that's it. This was Master of the Game. I'm Juice. This is Paula. Game on. Welcome to RPGaDay. No, that's not what I want to say.
Outtakes.
Nah, that's okay.
Take two.
That was good. I was gonna say like you, but you're younger than me.
Okay.